then I gotta then go down the list, and it's just too many folks here.
If I didn't have a primary, I wouldn't care.
Say that again?
If I didn't have a primary, I wouldn't care.
Don't do that to me. We're not going to do this. We're not going to.
If I didn't have a primary, I wouldn't care. Those were the words of Eliot Engel. He's the Democratic congressman for the 16th district in New York. And basically what he's saying is, I wouldn't want to be at these George Floyd rallies, protests, speeches, events unless my political career depended on it. That I wouldn't be here if I didn't have to be. I wouldn't be representing my constituents and their issues if it didn't matter to my personal political career. And it just so happens that for the first time in a long time, Engel is facing a formidable primary challenge from the left from Jamal Bowman, who's represented by the Justice Democrats, who's united progressives in his district, and is offering a challenge to yet another corporate Democrat from New York City that doesn't actually reflect the values and lived experience of the people that he represents. Engel is one of these 30-plus year congressmen, represents a very democratic, very progressive district. It's like D plus 24, but he doesn't reflect the progressive values, nor does he reflect the diversity of the riding. The riding is majority black and Hispanic. He doesn't reflect anything about what his district is, what it has been, what it will be, and he still wants to represent them, even though he doesn't want to put the work in. So that's why he's there. This is a guy known, sort of like Joe Crowley, before Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who technically represented a district, but was basically an absentee congressman, was never actually there to represent the people, to represent their interests, to fight for them in a direct manner, which is one of the crucial jobs of a congressperson. They're there to represent their people, not just hold the seat in Washington and take corporate bribes, but actually represent the hundreds of thousands of people that directly depend on them to be their link to the federal government. And I think that this clip is something that really has to go viral, because it's about Eliot Engel, certainly. It's about the fact that this guy is disingenuous, and he doesn't care about George Floyd, and he doesn't care about racial justice, and he doesn't care about his constituents, but just needs the photo and audio visual op to get, ads out to say, actually, people of my riding, my district, I care about you. It's really about the corporate Democrats and how they represent people all over the country, even though those people have values and lived experiences that are very different. All sorts of people that are moderate, non-diverse candidates representing some of the most diverse and progressive districts in the United States, in cities like San Francisco, in New York, in Chicago, in Los Angeles, need to be challenged, because not only do they not reflect the values of the people they represent, they have this disdain for actually doing their job for those people. Eliot Engel is not a person that doesn't have the lived experience of his district, but did a really good job trying to do better, trying to get out and learn about his people. This is a man who's absent from his district. This is a man that wouldn't be there if he didn't have to be. This is a man that sees people struggling with day-to-day issues due to this global crisis and due to what we've been seeing with George Floyd, and said, hey, if my challenger, Jamal Bowman, wasn't actually formidable, you guys wouldn't even see me here. He's telling Ruben Diaz here, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't need time to speak if I wasn't facing a challenge. It's self-interested politics captured, encapsulated in just a very, very, very short clip. So what I'm going to tell you folks is to do a couple things. One, I do want you to share this video. Share it far and wide, because people need to see not only that Eliot Engel doesn't actually give a damn about the people he represents, but that fundamentally he is typical for so many corporate Democrats, from Nancy Pelosi and many, many other cases, that these are people that need to be defeated by progressives that reflect the values and diversity and experience of the actual districts they're in. But I also want you to look and make a donation if you have the ability to Jamal Bowman. This is a very winnable primary. Engel was seen as undefeatable for so long, but when the chips are down here and now, there's a unified progressive challenge. Jamal Bowman was endorsed recently by somebody else who was running from the left. They decided to join forces to defeat Eliot Engel. There's a lot of energy there. Bowman reflects the diversity of his district. And of course, with this clip out right now, it's not going to do any favors for Eliot Engel. So go to Jamal Bowman's website, go to his social media, make a donation, follow him, share his message, because here's the thing. It's not going to change everything to throw out a few corporate Democrats here and there, but you can see the difference having a few progressives in Congress can make, even if only from an optical perspective. Imagine if, over the next few years, you can add to the squad and make them a group of dozens. Jamal Bowman could be the next step in that effort. Get rid of Eliot Engel and his self-interested politics once and for all.